It's 1850, and California stands on the edge of a historic transformation. Statehood is within reach, but this new era brings uncertainty, power struggles, and those willing to stop at nothing to control the future of this land. In these tumultuous times, one figure rises above the rest, a hero with a masked face, a flashing sword, and a legendary mark, Zorro. But behind the mask is a man, a husband, a father, and someone torn between two worlds, Alejandro de la Vega. Though Zorro is a symbol of justice and freedom, Alejandro yearns for a different life, a quieter life with his family. Alejandro promised Elena that he would leave the life of Zorro behind, but for a man who spent years fighting for the people of California, putting down the sword isn't easy. Alejandro struggles with the decision to retire, knowing that the world still needs Zorro, but his family needs him too. Elena, strong and independent, has stood by Alejandro through it all, but now she wants a husband, not a masked vigilante. She wants a father for their son, not a man who rides into the night, always at risk, always fighting. And as much as she loves him, the strain of Zorro's double life begins to take its toll on their marriage. Their young son, Joaquin, meanwhile, is blissfully unaware of his father's alter ego. To him, Zorro is a larger-than-life figure, a hero who fights for justice and freedom. Joaquin idolizes Zorro, practicing swordplay in the yard, dreaming of one day being as brave as his hero. But little does Joaquin know, the man he admires most is the one he sits with at the dinner table every night. Alejandro, watching his son's innocent admiration for Zorro, feels the weight of the secret more than ever. How can he give up the mask when his own son looks up to the very hero he swore to leave behind? As California prepares for statehood, powerful figures arrive to shape its future. Among them is Count Armand, a suave and seemingly benevolent French aristocrat. Armand presents himself as an ally, but Zorro soon senses that the Count's charm hides darker ambitions. With vast wealth and connections, Armand quickly gains influence, convincing key officials that his plans will benefit California's future. But beneath the polished exterior, Zorro discovers that Armand is manipulating the political landscape for his own gain. But Armand's reach extends beyond politics. He begins to weave himself into the lives of Alejandro and Elena with subtle, dangerous precision. Elena, drawn into the social circles of California's elite, finds herself in Armand's orbit more than she would like. But while Alejandro believes Armand is merely a threat to California, Elena sees something more, a man whose ambition could destroy their family. For Elena, the lines between loyalty, duty, and deception blur as she navigates a world where trust is a fragile thing. She senses the danger in Armand's growing power, but knows that Zorro's return will only drive a deeper wedge between her and Alejandro. As Elena becomes more entangled in Armand's web, Alejandro's suspicion and jealousy flare. Unable to see the full scope of what's happening, he fears that Elena is being pulled away from him and from their life together. Alejandro begins to doubt Elena's loyalty, and the cracks in their marriage deepen. Torn between his love for her and his duty as Zorro, Alejandro finds himself at a crossroads, unsure of who to trust. Despite his promise to retire, Alejandro can no longer stand by, while Armand's influence threatens California and his family. The world still needs Zorro, and even though it might cost him everything he holds dear, Alejandro dons the mask once more. But this time, Zorro's mission isn't just about justice, it's personal. As he uncovers Armand's plot, Zorro must navigate a treacherous web of lies, deceit, and corruption while protecting the people he loves most. Unbeknownst to Alejandro, young Joaquin begins to suspect that his father is more than he appears. The boy's fascination with Zorro leads him closer to the truth, and soon, the lines between admiration and reality blur. As Joaquin gets closer to uncovering the truth, Alejandro's dual life becomes even more precarious. How long can Zorro keep his secret when his own son is about to discover the hero behind the mask? With time running out, Zorro races to stop Armand's nefarious plan. But the deeper he digs, the more dangerous the game becomes. Armand's influence has spread further than anyone realized, and stopping him could mean risking everything. Zorro has fought to protect. The stakes are higher than ever, and as Zorro closes in on the truth, he realizes that stopping Armand isn't just about saving California. It's about saving his family, his marriage, and the legacy of Zorro itself. The Legend of Zorro has faced many challenges, but this one might be his greatest. In the end, Alejandro must choose between his duty as a hero and his love for his family. Can Zorro save the day without losing everything he holds dear? Don't miss the epic story of love, sacrifice, and the cost of being a hero in The Legend of Zorro.